Good offensive line. That is really the key to our season, as I see it. Those guys now, we've got 2 number 1s, a number 2, a number 3, and an all-pro playing in our offensive line, and we've really waited for them to mature and kind of come into their own. As you know, it takes experience, and these guys have played together now for 3 and 4 years, and that's really the key to our game right now.
Right here, the Atlanta Falcons have won the toss. They will be receiving, and the Detroit Lions will be kicking off right to left as you look at your screen. And it's being teed up now by Ed Murray, the kicker, who is a rookie from Tulane. And there is Reggie Smith, Super Nat they call him. He is the cheerleader on the kickoff as he gets the fans all going here. And the Detroit Lions undefeated.
He's got them all standing up.
He is back there in the end zone, ready to receive the kickoff. Dick Jorgensen is the referee. We await his whistle, which will send Murray forward. Here he comes. The ball is in the air. Super Nat waits at the 5. He's at the 10. He's at the 15. He's at the 20, the 25. Got up to the 30-yard line. There's a penalty marker on the run back. 5 feet 4 inches tall. Bottom of the stack, but there's a penalty marker to be checked out on the run back.
Well, you got to cut the grass short to find him.
Little tripping, I think, on the run back, so Dick Jorgensen will step it off, and then he'll tell us about it. Ernest McCray downfield to make the tackle, just added to the squad of the Detroit Lions. As soon as they get it straightened out, we'll get an explanation. It's being put back to the 9-yard line. Occurred on the run back.
Tripping, number 58, receiving team, first down.
Well, it was tripping, and it is 1st and 10 at the 9-yard line for the Atlanta Falcons. Now Bartkowski brings them up as a completion percentage of 55.8. The running backs are William Andrews and Lynn Kane. Very good ones. Leave it on the ground. Andrews carried. Got it out there at about the 15-yard line.
Jeff Van Oat, the 12-year veteran, anchoring that offensive line. Wallace Francis, for an outside receiver. He's been, and of course, Junior Miller.
2nd down, 4 yards to go.
Bartkowski, as we said earlier, off to his best start.
Bartkowski with his first pass. And it is a diving catch out at the 26-yard line. Incomplete. Incomplete. Angry about that is Alfred Jenkins. Alfred Jenkins unhappy with the call. James Hunter was covering defensively.
Take a look and see if he does catch this, Lindsey. He thought he caught it. Bartkowski had somebody right in his face. Ball coming. It's hard to tell from the angle whether or not he trapped the ball or not. James Hunter covering.
3rd and 4 at the 15-yard line. No score. The game having just begun here at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, on a gorgeous football afternoon. Bartkowski brings them up. Got Jenkins coming far to the right side. His tight end is Junior Miller. One of the fine ones. Bartkowski back. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Andrews. On the punting unit, Stan White, linebacker, covering for Detroit.
Looking at that defensive line. Al Baker back, got his first sack last week. He's outstanding. Fantetti has been fantastic. In the secondary, James Hunter, of course, 4 interceptions leading the secondary. They have gone to the deep coverage now, the zone type of coverage.
John James is back to punt. He's averaged 36.8. Puts it up. Arnold is there, and he has it at the 47-yard line. 45 to the 40-yard line. The Detroit Lions 1st and 10 in good field position at the Falcons' 40-yard line. So now, on the 32-yard punt, the Detroit Lions will take over.
Looking at that offensive line, of course, the great one out of Penn State, Keith Dorney at right tackle. The receivers, I think, one of the most underrated in the league. David Hill, number 81, the tight end. And, of course, number 20, keep your eye on him. Anytime Billy Sims can break one.
Dexter Bussey is now the fullback. That's Danielson back this year after being out all last year with an injury. Danielson's going to pass on first down. Goes long, and it is taken at the sideline. Incomplete. It was Fred Scott trying to keep both feet in, but it is incomplete to Fred Scott.
A good call right here in scoring position. The double fake going back. Scott had turned around. Kenny Johnson, you see that right foot came down on the outside, and the official right there making the call. Both feet have to come down inbound.
Billy Sims, number 20, has rushed for 539 yards. He has averaged 5.7 yards per carry.
Zealy in the middle. The sacrifice defense. He gives himself up. Of course, a new addition here, Robert Pennywell at the inside linebacker for Kuykendall, and then, of course, the secondary.
Sims has got the football. And he gets to the 36-yard line for 4 yards, making it 3rd and 6. Frank Reed up from his strong safety to make the tackle for the Falcons. Billy Sims won the Heisman Trophy at Oklahoma as a junior. Various stats.
What a start he's off to. 539 yards.
3rd down play coming now. Split the running backs. Sims to the left side, rushing to the right side for Danielson. And it is complete. Taken inside the 30-yard line. Buddy Curry bringing Dexter Bussey down after he took it across the 30, and it's going to be a 1st and 10.
Good throw that time by Danielson because the linebacker was free, blitzing him. No one picked him up. He got himself set and threw the ball very quickly. Found Bussey open.
1st down and 10 yards to go, and the ball's at the 27-yard line. The Lions threatening here early in the ball game. Inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Picked up 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Pennywell had a shot at him, just missed him. So difficult to tackle. What was it that Curry said? We're going to have to get a lot of numbers and tackle well because you can't afford to miss him. He's going to get in the open quickly.
Mike Zealy, the nose tackle, got there first. 2nd down play coming now. Sims on the tail of the tandem in the I formation. Here's the pitch to Sims. Stop just short of the 20-yard line. Buddy Curry from the University of North Carolina made the tackle. I thought that was a very cordial meeting you had on the field with Curry, Sonny, in view of the fact that you were from Duke and he's from North Carolina.
It was difficult talking with him.
That's what he said.
They better be nice to my Duke players.
3rd down and 4 yards to go. Ball's at the 21-yard line. Delay to Bussey. He got to the 16, but there's a penalty marker on the play.
I think the tight end, David Hill, moved a little soon. They're going to be penalized 5 yards for a little motion.
The illegal motion is indicated against the Detroit Lions.
With Atlanta, looking at Curry, the 2 inside linebackers from the 34 defense.
Illegal motion, number 81, offense, still 3rd down.
Number 81, David Hill, you're right.
The 2 inside linebackers for Atlanta, really, they play deeper than any inside linebackers in professional football. They back off because they like to meet the blockers. They like to meet the ball carriers coming forward.
39 at the 16. Paul Muin is in there now. Danielson has the ball. He guns it, and it is incomplete. Incomplete pass is the ruling. Incomplete pass is the call. Scott had it just for a moment. Fred Scott was the receiver. Bradmore made the hit there for Atlanta. It was shaken loose and called an incomplete pass.
Are you talking about laying some wood on somebody? Bradmore just did just that. They've turned him loose today. He's been covering for a lot of weaknesses in that Atlanta secondary. Today they've turned him loose, and you see by being loose what he can do.
Now it's Ed Murray coming on. He is the placement man. He is 11 for 14 in the field goal department. This will be a 43-yard attempt. A 43-yard attempt for Ed Murray. It is down, booted up, and it is good. And so the Detroit Lions are on the board. Here in Atlanta, Fulton County Stadium, they have driven downfield, have scored on the field goal. We have 11 minutes, 1 second remaining to be played in the first quarter. Detroit 3 and the Falcons nothing. Alumni Association to meet.
This defense, great improvement of the line team. They've been outstanding. You have to attribute that to an old teammate of mine, Maxie Vaughn. What a job he's done. He's given them the team concept of defense, not putting a lot of pressure on that secondary because they have gone to the deep zone, keeping it very simple.
Second down and 8 yards to go at the 22. And they leave it on the ground. And Kane carrying it. This telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Atlanta Falcons and the National Football League is prohibited. Third down, 7 yards to go. Ball is at the 23. Kane in the left set, Andrews in the right set for the Atlanta Falcons. Bartkowski, 25, 30, goes out of bounds as he passed the first down sticks. He picked up the first down, Steve Bartkowski.
They haven't seen a lot of that from Steve Bartkowski. Scrambling Steve Bartkowski. You see a healthy one. Had good rush from Baker that time. Baker right behind him, still trying to find somebody to run to, just gets tripped up. Dives for the first down.
It was Baker who got that hand on him, and it's 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line now for the Falcons. Kane, the tailback, Andrews. Now Kane moves up even with Andrews. Penalty marker is down. Bartkowski unloads it in the direction of Kane, incomplete, but there is a marker to be checked out.
Dave Purefoy was right in his face when he threw that thing away. He wasn't taking any chances.
Seems like a good time to do it.
Isn't that something? Those big guys come back in and try to kill you, and then all of a sudden they're putting your pads back in for you nicely.
Want to help you with your clothes.
Yeah, they want to keep you dressed.
Referee Dick Jorgensen stepping it off.
Always question those guys that pick you up like that. Said, what are you trying to make sure I don't leave the game? They might get a good quarterback in here.
Offside, number 75, defense, still first down.
Purefoy. 1st and 5 at the 39-yard line. Detroit's leading 3-0. We're in the first quarter. We've got 9 minutes, 25 seconds left in this period. Kane's in the left set, Andrews in the right. Well, contact again.
Really got to be going into a staggered count, Lindsey, when you have that much movement defensively. They're trying to anticipate it, and he's changing the count signal, which is good. Let's find out if who moved first. Those offensive linemen cannot come out of their stance unless contact was made. Take a look at it. You see the defense jumping.
It's a procedure called against the offense, against the Falcons here.
And I think they're going to call Dave Scott for coming out, picking up that hand. He's not allowed to move. The defense is.
False start, number 70, offense, still first down.
You got it. Well, we're in an as you were 1st and 10 now. Back at the 34.
You jump and I'll jump.
Staggered count. I've known a lot of quarterbacks that had staggered count.
On the field, not off.
Bartkowski never got rid of it.
There's his second sack of the season. Al Baker coming in. Is he quick?
Going to be spotted at the 25-yard line.
Last time he played against Mike Ken, Mike was a rookie. He really had a field day, and Mike was really fired up for this game.
2nd and 19.
It's not a bad idea to be fired up when you're playing somebody against that caliber defensive end.
We got for Jackson in a wild right. Big play Jackson in a wild right now. Andrews. Stopped short of the 30-yard line. Tempers flaring just a mite.
Mr. Van Nuyt, Mr. Allen going in a little bit. New England's leading the New York Jets 7-0.
Third and 14. Oh, just short of the 30-yard line. Haynes back in. He was out for the one play. Francis in motion across. Bartkowski. Up the middle, incomplete. Taken by Junior Miller, his fine tight end. Junior Miller out of bounds on the far side. And Sonny, the presence of Junior Miller has made a difference, hasn't it?
Junior Miller, he always seems to be open. They completed the pass, but they did exactly what the Lions got them to do what they wanted to. Throw underneath the linebackers, hold them, making sure they're going to have to kick the ball away. Again, Baker hit Bartkowski just as he delivered the football.
John Arnold, you saw deep. John James will do the punting. James gets it off. Arnold moves up. He's at the 28. Skirts back to the 25. Back to the 30. And Arnold is stopped at the 33-yard line. That's where they'll go first and 10. So with 7 minutes 54 seconds remaining to be played in the first quarter, it is still 3-0 Detroit. From a Sonny Jurgensen here at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, where the Detroit Lions lead 3-0. They have the ball first and 10 at their own 33-yard line, and quarterback Gary Danielson brings them up. Next to Bussey's in the fullback spot. Billy Sims is the tailback, leading the league in rushing. He has the ball. He goes nowhere against the Falcon defense. No gain. Robert Pennywell got to him first. Fulton Kuykendall, of course, went out with an injury. Big loss for the defense of the Atlanta Falcons.
Pittsburgh leading Minnesota 6-0. Bradshaw to Sweeney, but they missed the extra point. And the Atlanta Falcons have a way of stopping good runners. They've done jobs against Montgomery of Philadelphia and also Walter Payton.
Last week against the 49ers, Billy Sims rushed for 157 yards, his best performance of the year. We're looking at Danielson. Swings it out there in the flat. Now, they like to do that, but the Atlanta Falcons were right there and stopped him at the 26-yard line. Jeff Yates, 79.
Well, he played it perfectly.
Didn't he?
He read his offensive lineman. In order to run that type of play, the offensive tackle has to release and go outside to be a blocker in front of the ball carrier. And Yates read it perfectly.
That makes it 3rd down and 17 yards to go. Danielson from Purdue. Incomplete and almost intercepted. It was Joel Williams, number 58.
If Williams had been playing the ball, he could have scored on that one because the ball was thrown behind next to Bussey. You see him, he's got to be upset. Why was he throwing to me?
Reggie Smith dropping back now with Tom Stevany in punt formation. Second-year man from Ohio State has averaged 40.1. 9 punters, Stevany. They got 10 men on the line of scrimmage. The Falcons have. High snap. And it is blocked. It is blocked, and it's taken in for a touchdown. In there for a touchdown, and it is Bob Glazebrook. I beg your pardon, it is Reed. It is Frank Reed.
They come with the rush. Take a look, everybody coming. A lot of people could have blocked this. It was blocked, but Reed comes up with it and sprints in for the touchdown.
Glazebrook blocked it, and Reed picked it up and took it in for the TD. It was a high snap from center. Conversion attempt coming now. the Atlanta Falcons. Mazzetti will attempt with James holding. Mazzetti's boot is good. Here at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, suddenly the Falcons are leading the Detroit Lions by a score of 7-3, and we have 6 minutes 22 seconds remaining to be played in the first quarter. Tim Mazzetti is teeing the ball up on the 35-yard line to kick it off. Mazzetti has had a fine year for the Atlanta Falcons, sort of a comeback year for him.
Bartender from Philadelphia, huh?
Sails over to Calicut side of the field. He got it at the goal line 5. Calicut out to the 10 to the 15. Calicut to the 20, the 25. Still struggles across the 30-yard line. So the Detroit Lions will start their 1st and 10 across the 30. Ken Calicut from Clemson.
Excellent return that time by Calicut. Kept fighting for yardage. No one brought him down. Wasn't about to go down easily. Good field position again. I think 3 times Detroit's had the ball. They start on the 33, Atlanta's 40, and again this time out at the 30-yard line.
Bussey had a word with Sims as they came out of the huddle up there in the I formation. Danielson looks, and it is incomplete. Fred Scott was out there, but it was far over his head.
A little bad timing on that play. It looked like to me that Gary threw the ball away because Scott had been standing there a while before he was ready to throw, and he didn't want to take any chances in going to him, and he threw the ball high.
Jesse Thompson coming into the game now. Jesse was added to the squad just recently as Mike Freedy was cut.
Danielson only 1 out of 6 now for 4 yards.
Jesse Thompson goes far to the right side, and Fred Scott is on the left side. Danielson out to Dexter Bussey on the screen right. Bussey goes up to the 34-yard line. Bo Muina and on the tackle.
Boy, do those Falcon linebackers go with the flow of the play. Williams over there, Curry, Richardson, all of them.
3rd down and 8 yards to go at the 33. Five minutes, 36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The Falcons are leading by a score of 7-3. They bring Leonard Thompson far to the left side in this set. Snap is dropped. Ball's fumbled at the 30, and it's picked up by the Falcons. At the 15, at the 10, at the 5, and the Falcons have done it again. Buddy Curry, a linebacker. Buddy Curry, a linebacker, picked it up at the 30-yard line and ran it in.
Oh, what an alert play. He showed me a little speed then. Watch this play. They lose the snap from center. Danielson cannot get back. The ball comes outside of the scrum as Curry comes in, picks the thing up, clear sailing to the end zone. Looks like he almost gave a little stiff arm to the official.
Nobody in the scrum seemed to know where it was.
That's right.
He's happy. Conversion attempt coming for Mazzetti. James is holding for him. That's good. So as they come back up the field, it's the Atlanta Falcons 14 and the Detroit Lions 3. We now have 5 minutes, 19 seconds remaining to be played in the first quarter. Falcons have scored once on a block kick and once on a fumble. And Arnold deployed deep to receive the kickoff of the Detroit Lions. Mazzetti will kick it off for the Falcons. Calicut side of the field. And he's at the goal line. They'll try it again. Out to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and across the 20-yard line. Calicut is stacked up. So the Lions start. 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Philadelphia, Washington all tied up in the first quarter.
Falcons some defense on the field, and that's what's been dangerous so far as the Lions are concerned. They keep the defense on the field, they might run up the score.
Get a touchdown out of their special teams and one out of the defense.
Detroit has had only one first down so far in the ball game. They send Leonard Thompson far to the left side. This is Sims. Slip run cut. Lost a foot, maybe a yard. Paul Moina was there defensively for Atlanta. Call it no gain, make it 2nd and 10. Monty Clark, the head coach. With white muffs there on the headset. For a loss of 2 at the 19-yard line.
Boy, that defense is fired up.
Jeff Yates, number 79 from Boston College.
They make some changes. They shuffle players in and out, keep them all fresh. Yates, Zealy, Fields, Smith goes in.
3rd and 12 at the 19-yard line. 4 minutes left to play in the quarter, and the Atlanta Falcons are leading 14-3. Atlanta fans with a shout of defense. Danielson. Spill back at the 6-yard line. Paul Moina. Wilson Paul Moina on the tackle. The Atlanta fans are on their feet. The punting unit's coming in for Detroit, and it'll be Skladany kicking from his own end zone.
Boy, they're just dominating the line of scrimmage. Atlanta really high right now.
Reggie Smith is deep, standing at the Detroit 45. Skladany deep in the end zone. Gets this one off. Reggie Smith at the 50-yard line. Well, he'll go the other way, back to the 50-yard line. Turns the corner and goes to the 45, the 40, 35, the 30, and gets to the 29, but there's a penalty marker on the run back.
We may have some illegal block, but that little man right there, only 5 feet 4 inches tall, set that up perfectly. Came to the right, set up his wall, and then went all the way back to the left. Made it, watch him come to the right. He's allowing the wall to set up. He wants to return it to the left the whole time, and then you see him right there going back that way. Reed did a good job avoiding a clip. No clip there. He finds some running room. There was a clip. I don't think we saw it.
There was one somewhere, and it's been stepped off.
22 on the run back. First down.
It occurred on the run back, making it first down and 10 yards to go, and the ball is spotted at the 44-yard line. So now the Falcons offense has the ball. Bartkowski, Kane, and Andrews are the setbacks. Andrews deployed to a wing left. Kane. Well, you run around some and you jump over some. A penalty marker has gone down. Ray Oldham came up to make the tackle, playing that safety in place of Luther Bradley, who's out with an injury.
Yeah, he's got to be a hurdler. Face mask.
Face mask. It adds some more.
See it right there. Jimmy Allen pulling on the face mask.
Was he ever pulling on the face mask?
Now to decide whether or not it'll be 5 or 15. I guess that's the discretion of the official.
It's a lot.
It's more than 5.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line. That's what it is.
personal foul, deliberate face mask, number 40, defense, first down.
Stan White thought he came over to appeal to referee Jorgensen, saying, "What's this?" But it's 1st and 10. Atlanta at the Detroit 32-yard line.
Very seldom see people win those appeals, do you?
Very seldom. Especially after it's been stepped off.
Reset the clock on 21 seconds.
Cardinals leading New Orleans 14-0. Wayne Morris has scored 2 short touchdowns in that game.
Clock shows 3:24 remaining in the quarter. Andrews the lone setback in this alignment. Bartkowski still quarterbacking. Bartkowski runs this one, and it is complete to Alfred Jenkins. Alfred Jenkins down near the 15-yard line. Enough for a 1st and 10. Jimmy Allen made the tackle.
Boy, Bartkowski makes an excellent throw here because Charlie Weaver's running back trying to make the play, and you see leaping, not making the play. And you see how accurately the ball had to be thrown in front of Williams and Allen.
Alfred Jenkins has caught passes in 61 consecutive games. That's his first of the day. And across. And it is into the outside, inside the 10-yard line.
Oh, boy, that was a dangerous little pass.
Wallace Francis.
A dangerous little pass. If he hadn't thrown the ball behind him, Williams had a shot at it.
Ball is inside the 10-yard line.
You can make up for a few deficiencies when you have a gun like Bartkowski does by beating the defense with the ball.
2nd down and 5 yards to go. Miller across. Andrews with the ball, struggles for a yard. 3rd and 4th, the 9-yard line. William Andrews battling this year to avoid the possibility of a sophomore jinx. He had such a great year last year. Damon Bennett, the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, pacing along the sideline. Andrews came into this game with 278 yards rushing. That's an average of 5.3, and that's not a sophomore jinx.
He was a little concerned about that, but he's really off to a good start. I think he attributes a lot of that to Kane.
Kane's on the left side, Andrews on the right. Bartkowski. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Francis again.
A little timing pass. He had a little far out in front of him. They're going to have to go for the field goal attempt.
Mazzetti has come on the field for that purpose. Atlanta leading 14-3. 1 minute, 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. James will hold. 26-yard attempt for Jim Mazzetti. University of Pennsylvania.
7 out of 8 so far.
James puts it down. Mazzetti's kick is blocked. I beg your pardon, it is not. It got over and it's good. Got over and it's good. On a heavy rush, he got it off and it is good. And that runs the score up to 21-3. I beg your pardon, 17-3. Get it right soon. 1 minute, 8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Field goal by Tim Mazzetti. Atlanta 17, the Detroit Lions 3. So the Falcons will kick it off now to the Detroit Lions as the offense has put 3 points on the scoreboard, and Mazzetti, of course, will tee it up here.
That's right. Finally, the offense got involved.
That's Arnold counting to see if we got enough. 11 allowed. Calicut's back there with him.
It's a pretty good job by the Lion defense that time to only give up 3 points because Atlanta took over the ball in excellent field position, but to surrender only 3, they could have dodged a bullet there.
for the referee's whistle. And there it is. Taken at the 5-yard line by Arnold. He's crossed the 20, hurdles his way up to the 25. So the Detroit Lions will start 1st and 10.
We've got a lot of high hurdlers today. Kane, now Arnold.
It's at the 25-yard line. Zeddy comes off. Less than a minute to play in the first quarter. 17-3, Atlanta leading the Detroit Lions. The Lions came in undefeated with 4 consecutive victories. Falcons came in 2-2.
The Falcons ended an unbeaten streak last week here against the San Francisco 49ers.
Sims. Stacked up. 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 yards to go.
They're doing exactly what they said they had to do, and that's keep a lot of numbers and tackle Billy Sims. They're keeping a lot of people around him, and you have to do that the entire day because he just needs a little daylight that he can break at any time, and you're back in the football game.
Jesse Thompson, 84, coming wide to the left side. There's a good look at Sims. Heisman Trophy winner from Oklahoma. Sims has got the ball, and he gets no gain. 3rd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Moina on the tackle.
7 carries, only 11 yards. You see the job they're doing.
And there is the gun signing the end of the period. So that's the end of the first quarter with the score. The Atlanta Falcons 17 and the undefeated Detroit Lions 3. Starting the second quarter of play now. It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go. The ball is at the 28. The Detroit Lions had 6 yards of total offense in the first quarter of the ball game. Lindsey Nelson with Sonny Jurgensen here in Atlanta, Georgia. Leave it on the ground to Sims, and Sims is spilled back near the 20-yard line. Al Richardson, number 56, pulled him down, and the punting unit comes on. Coming into this ball game, the Detroit Lions led the conference in total offense. They had 6 yards of total offense in the first quarter.
Not only did Richardson make the play, but he had other help. Reed was up there. Pennywell was up there. A lot of people around Billy Sims every time he touches the football.
Reggie Smith has dropped back to field the punt of Tom Skladany, standing at his own 8-yard line. Their heavy rush. He gets a high trajectory kickoff. Reggie Smith has it. He is at the 25, the 30. And that's the end of the line. Being marked at the 37-yard line.
Skladany did an excellent job getting the punt off that time. I think he felt he may have been roughed a little bit. He did get knocked down, or he could have gone through a little acting part there. 54-yard punt.
Kickers wouldn't do that, would they?
Are you kidding?
Yeah, you're right. Then sum up for the Oscar. Early in the second quarter, Atlanta 17 and the Detroit Lions 3. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line for the Falcons now. Bartkowski, the quarterback, is 3 for 6, 31 yards so far in this ball game. 14 minutes, 9 seconds remaining in the first half. To the 40-yard line. Picked up about 4 yards on the play to make it 2nd down and 6.
Well, that's just the type of runner Andrews is. You think you end up 2nd and 8, and all of a sudden you end up 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6 because of the extra effort. The Cardinals doing a job on New Orleans, aren't they? 20-0 now. Hard hit Pat Tilley with the last touchdown.
2nd down play coming for the Atlanta Falcons. That's Bartkowski. Jenkins. Alfred Jenkins, and it's going to be marked at the 45-yard line. James Hunter, the cornerback over there.
Jenkins and Hunter going at it a little bit. What are you hitting me that way?
They want to check out the possible first down here. Now the ball is spotted just across the 45-yard line, which makes it 3rd and about 1.
Pittsburgh over Minnesota 13-3. Bradshaw's thrown a touchdown pass in that game, as Franco Harris also has scored.
James Mayberry is in there now for the Atlanta Falcons. 3rd and extremely short. Kane's got the ball, trying to get the yard, and I think he got it. That last surge by Lynn Kane made it a 1st and 10.
He got it on his own, too. He kind of went away from the block of James Mayberry, the fullback, that time. He ducked outside instead of staying inside behind the block.
1st and 10 Falcons at their own 47-yard line. The Falcons are leading in the game by a score of 17-3. Incomplete. Wallace Francis.
Yeah, that is one you'd like to have back as a quarterback. He has Francis on a little play action fake, faking to Kane, going back. You see Vantetti going back deep in the middle there, and you see wide open. He catches it. He's going to run a long way. He could score on this. Not a very good throw by Bartkowski.
Now they bring in big play Alfred Jackson, and they bring out Wallace Francis.
We have a field goal contest going between Denver and Cleveland.
2nd and 10. That's Andrews on the draw. Got it through just short of the 45-yard line before Ray Oldham brought him down.
Good quick draw this time to Andrews. Look at the small steps he takes. Just keeps pumping his legs in traffic, picking his knees up. Good inside runner.
3rd and a long 2 at the 45, outside the 45-yard line.
Offense is doing what Lehman Bennett wanted him to. Keep Detroit off the field offensively.
On the ground. James Hunter coming up on the tackle, taking a look to see about the possible first down.
It was the same play they ran for the first down last time, bringing in Mayberry.
Then Kane getting up slowly.
Well, he picked up enough for the first down.
Twice he's done it. That's Kane. At the 43-yard line of Detroit, Atlanta, 1st and 10. Wallace Francis in a wide right. Jenkins, and touchdown Jenkins! Jenkins in the end zone for the touchdown. 43-yarder.
And it was perfect. What a picture book play this is. When Bartkowski lets this ball go, Jenkins hasn't even caught up with Hunter yet, and he goes by him right at the last second. You can see he's just passing him, and watch the catch. Had to be perfect to be a touchdown, and it was.
Conversion attempt coming now. Jim Mazzetti is in to attempt it. James is holding for it. And it's good. And as they come back up the field, the score is now the Atlanta Falcons 24, the Detroit Lions 3. We have 10 minutes, 40 seconds remaining to be played in the first half here at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. Leave the kickoff. Jim Mazzetti ready to boot it. It's Arnold at the goal line 5. Arnold at the 10. Pulled down about the 13.
Looked like Earl Jones knifed through there. Rookie from Norfolk State. Knifed through and made the tackle. Boy, Mazzetti's got to be happy with his kicking. He's really getting the ball up in the air.
Ball spotted outside the 14, 1st and 10 now. Lions start, but they start from deep in their own territory, with the Falcons leading 24-3. Sims and Bussey are the setbacks. Bussey. And out across the 20.
Bussey picks up some yards. Voices up, Lindsay.
You're right. I can tell yours.
But that time Bussey got the ball and 2 men tackled Billy Sims.
Second down, about 3.5 to go. Bussey again. Driving, trying to get to the first down sticks. They'll unstack him and spot the ball here. Jeff Yates is down in the bottom of the stack. Billy Sims, 8 rushes, 7 yards.
How about this score? Seattle leading Houston. Jim Zorn has thrown a touchdown pass to Sam McCullum, 22 yards, 10-0. Snake will get warmed up sooner or later now.
3rd down and a yard to go.
How many times do you see a football game with 2 left-handed quarterbacks going in it, huh?
Not often. Danielson, 30, 35, 40, 45 and out of bounds. Gary Danielson stopped by Pridemore.
Oh, he fooled everybody. Oh. Boy, this brings back great memories. A bootleg. Look, everybody's over here. Nobody outside there. Boy, if I'd have had speed like that, Pridemore finally runs him down.
They used to time the Jurgensen rollouts with a calendar. 1st and 10.
A sundial.
The 47. Leonard Thompson in a wide right. Danielson. Bussey incomplete. Forward pass behind the line. Just an incompletion. 2nd down, 10 yards to go.
Well, these young linebackers of Atlanta have really been impressive here in the first half, especially since they've lost Fulton Kuykendall. He was the guy that was keeping them all in position, telling them where to go, and of course he's out, surgery on his shoulder.
Buddy Curry getting the defensive signal there.
What was that call, Coach?
Does he have to salute? Danielson. That is complete to his tight end, David Hill.
Looks like it's going to be a little short of the first down.
Al Richardson on the tackle. At the 44. 3rd down and about 2.
Well, does he have another bootleg in the bag?
Maybe this way this time. Leonard Thompson is brought into play.
I don't think he'll go to it again.
And they'll check for the first down there.
Yeah, the Atlanta defense does a lot of slanting from that 34 defense, and when they do, if you guess right against them, defensively thinking, if you guess right, you stop in the play, but all of a sudden you can guess wrong, and boy, he can run a long way.
Bring out the chain and measure for the possible first down.
Throughout this first half, Atlanta certainly has been slanting in the right direction.
short. It's that short.
I think you got to go for it.
Well, I think if you're down 24-3, you must, and I think that's exactly what the Lions think also.
Cardinals 27-zip now. Morris has scored 3 touchdowns in that game.
Sims has now rushed 9 times for 8 yards. This is a 4th down play. 43-yard line. Leslie and Sims. Sims up and over for the 1st and 10.
Oh, he did a complete flip. A complete flip. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do a complete one. There he goes, all the way over. Oh, that's a hard way.
1st and 10. The ball is outside the 40-yard line. Atlanta's leading Detroit 24-3. Lions trying to get on the scoreboard here with an offensive drive. Gary Danielson brings them up. Danielson incomplete. And for Freddie Scott. Young man from Amherst.
Again, a little bad timing on the play. Scott wasn't quite in the position that Danielson wanted him in. You do freeze those linebackers when you stick the ball out in front of Billy Sims and take it back. You see him communicating right there, talking a little bit with Scott about the mix-up.
2nd down play for the Detroit Lions. Scott to the left side. Sims and Bussey. Well, a false start.
Another mix-up on the snap, or the snap count.
Across the Lions 5.
Start number 73, offense, still 2nd down.
Ross Bollinger. 2nd and 15 at the 45-yard line. Anderson. Oh my. Ball is loose. And they've done it again. Once more into the fray.
Joel Williams it was. Joel Williams picked it up. The defense has scored 2 touchdowns.
On fumbles and another on a block kick.
They came with a blitz this time. It was Richardson who made the first hit, jarred the ball loose. Williams comes in, picks it up. He's free to the end zone.
Well, when you have a good thing going. 30-3, the score now with a conversion attempt coming from Mazzetti. And it's good. So it is Atlanta 31 and the Detroit Lions 3. We have 7 minutes, 8 seconds remaining to be played in the 1st half. Calicut and Arnold are deep.
Philadelphia's gone up on front of Washington 14-7. Wilbert Montgomery, suppose doubtful because of a hip corner, is playing and scored the go-ahead touchdown.
Mazzetti is kicking off. In the end zone, 1 yard deep, goal line 5. Arnold out to the 10 to the 15. Stopped about the 17-yard line. Mazzetti coming off. The Atlanta defense coming off. The Atlanta defense has put on one of the finest offensive displays of the season.
You know the ball is bouncing your way. And 3 of these people. Reed picks it up on the dead run. Curry does, and now Williams picks it up. 2 fumbles, they get 2 touchdowns. Any other day, you might be falling on those balls and just a fumble recovery.
The Lions Browns once more in possession. Coming rather slowly up to the line. Sims. Out to the 25-yard line.
That had to be Sims' longest run. Well, you better keep people around him when he has that football. Break it any time. Take a look right there. He cuts back behind the block. Gets to the secondary. Just a step away from being in the open again.
2nd and 3 at the 24. Danielson there. Diving catch.
Jesse Thompson makes the catch, and then but we are going to have a flag on the play.
Jesse Thompson just added to the roster. Marker has gone down. And the penalty is a personal foul against the Detroit Lions.
Why did I get up this morning, huh?
That's what they got to be thinking.
Boy, can we start over again? Nothing going right for the Detroit Lions.
Personal foul, forearm to the head, number 81. Offense, still 2nd down.
Bartkowski just staying warm, just in case the offense gets on the field.
He hadn't had many chances, has he? Boy, he did make a great throw to Jenkins.
2nd down and 17 yards to go. Danielson. Completed out there to Freddie Scott. Up to the 19.
I'll tell you, every time a Lion catches a pass, he's got 4 or 5 red shirts around him in a hurry.
Mike Reed got there in a hurry that time.
Better count those red shirts. Make sure they're not playing with 12.
3rd and 8 at the 19-yard line. Five and a half minutes remaining to be played in the first half. Atlanta leading 31-3. Scott across. Danielson pumps once and pitches. Across the 30-yard line. Taken there by Jesse Thompson.
Good pass protection that time. Danielson did something that's so difficult to do for a quarterback, and that is a complete pump of the ball without losing the ball. Watch that arm come all the way through. He takes it all the way down, reloads, finds the man open. That's hard to do.
In some cases, impossible.
Well, it's hard to do under a heavy rush, especially, but he had good protection that time.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Leonard Thompson in a wide right. Tight end across. Danielson. Screen right. Next to Bussey. Out to the 37-yard line. Jeff Yates on the docket. Stay with us now at halftime, and you'll be brought up to date on scores all around the National Football League and highlights of big games being played during the halftime intermission. We have 4 minutes, 12 seconds remaining to be played in the first half of this game. Second down, 7 yards to go. Danielson. Freddie Scott, the man for whom it's intended, Curry holding the football just there.
Danielson went away from Dexter Bussey. They blew the coverage in the secondary. Bussey was wide open for a touchdown, and he didn't pick him up. Miami's come back. Greasy throwing a touchdown pass. They tied up at 10 apiece now in the second quarter with Baltimore.
3rd and 6 at the 36-yard line. Sims, intended receiver. Laysbrook back there with him. 4th down, and the punting unit comes on for Detroit. The Atlanta defense is getting a hand, and they really should.
Oh, they've done everything they've asked of them. You see the people standing up. Well, they deserve it. You're right.
Reggie Smith back on his own 20-yard line. Tom Skladany in deep punt formation.
The way things are going for Atlanta, you expect this little man to run it all the way back, don't you?
And he might. Skladany's got to worry about getting it all. Fair catch. And it's made. At the 24-yard line, they'll start 1st and 10. So with 3 minutes 40 seconds left now in the first half, Atlanta leads 31-3, and Atlanta has the ball. First half, in set upper right. The Atlanta Falcons leading it by a score of 31-3. Alfred Jenkins has had 3 catches today for 66 yards, and he has had at least 1 catch in 62 consecutive games. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Bartkowski, the Atlanta quarterback. Moves Andrews up. That's Kane, the lone setback. Quick pitch to Kane.
These are the kind of days, Lindsay, that in college you always wish this would be the homecoming day.
Well, in all too many cases, it was the homecoming day.
Well, you played this way on homecoming day, and everything went right for you. And in the first half here, it certainly has for the Atlanta Falcons.
Second down, 7 yards to go at the 27. I thought you meant the Detroit homecoming day.
No, that's the way they usually went.
Bartkowski swings it out to Andrews. Penalty marker's been thrown. Andrews, 25-30. He stopped at the 34, but there's a marker to be checked out. Referee's flag. Al Baker made the stop. Holding against the Atlanta Falcons.
Is that the first mistake they've made?
Just about.
I think they have many penalties.
Last week against the 49ers, they played what had been to that time their most error-free game. They had just 3 penalties for 20 yards last week.
Holding, number 68, offense, still 2nd down.
They have topped that already today. They have 4, but insignificant compared to the plays they've made.
Thielman on that one. 2nd and 17. At the 17. Timeout. Atlanta Falcons, and Bartkowski wants a little conference with the Brain Trust along the sideline. 2:50 on the clock remaining to be played in the first half. So Bartkowski comes over to conduct the conference here. What goes on in those conversations, Sonny?
Well, they probably had a mix-up as far as what they were doing, the communication of the play coming in. Exactly right, but it's much easier, and you can afford to waste one when you have this kind of lead. When you're leading 31-3, it's easy to go over. They're more pleasant, but you don't like to use those unless it's extremely necessary. And now that one over there, Maxey, talking with his defensive signal caller, Stan White, but I'm sure he said, you know, we just got to keep working out there. The things, you know, they haven't really defeated this defense. The plays have been made on special teams and against the offense where they pick up the fumbles and go in. He's got to keep everybody's head up. They have to keep plugging away, and offensively, they just have to start making something happen.
Maxey Bond, the defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. He's been around this game for a while.
He has. What a nice man. He's done a good job with this defense. He's just got people in the right position there, and they've gone back to basics also. And used to play a lot of man coverage, do a lot of blitzing. They don't now. They stay in their zones, and that's what was unusual about the Jenkins catch against Hunter.
Bartkowski. That's it. 1st and 10.
gets many hours of practice on this throw because he's throwing the ball deep, has to throw the ball early because you can't afford to have the ball not get there at the right time. Such timing on that pattern. That's hours of working after practice and being able to complete that type of pass.
We are approaching the 2-minute warning. The clock has ground down now around, well, it's 2:12. Maybe we played in the first half. First down play coming here. We'll get it off all right. Andrews to the 50-yard line. James Hunter made the stop. And we're down to the 2-minute warning. So with 1:56 actually remaining to be played in the first half, ball is spotted at the 50-yard line. Where it'll be Atlanta, 1st and 10. They're leading 31-3. Bartkowski now has 113 passes without an interception, which ties the Atlanta Falcon Club record set by Bob Berry. The 31 points scored in the first half here equals the record against Chicago in 1972 by the Atlanta Falcons. They have the ball 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. Tight end across. Bartkowski. Got it down there at about the 15-yard line. Junior Miller, the tight end, who saw in motion. Sonny, now you were telling me a moment ago what they were talking about along that sideline.
The timeout earlier was the decision whether or not to try to score here in the first half or be content with 31 points. It's obvious what the Falcons want to do. Another perfect throw. Good concentration by their #1 draft pick, Junior Miller, and they're going after more points here in the first half.
1st and 10 outside the 15-yard line. Time remaining. Inside upper right. Time remaining in the first half. Atlanta is leading 31-3, and they want another one. Andrews on the left, set Kane in the right. For Bartkowski. Bartkowski. Up to the end zone, and it's incomplete. Francis. Ray Oldham covering. It'll be 2nd and 10 outside the 15-yard line. 1:02 remaining in the first half.
Pretty tight coverage that time. He did the right thing. He overthrew, threw the ball out of bounds. If your receiver can't get it, make sure you're safe with it.
Now they bring Alfred Jenkins into the ball game, number 84. Jackson is coming out.
Steve now 7 for 12, 131 yards and 1 touchdown.
This is the 2nd down play. Jenkins out there to the right, Francis to the left. Francis, incomplete. 3rd and 10 outside the 15.
He was a little upset about that, but he did the right thing. He rotated into a zone over there. He tried to split it, threw it high and threw it away again.
58 seconds left to play in the first half.
That's why he has 113 completions without an interception. You do that, and that's the correct thing to do.
Jenkins goes right. Francis comes left. Bartkowski. Francis incomplete. 4th and 10. Here comes Mazzetti. James coming out to hold for him.
You have to give the Lions a lot of credit there. They did a good job defensively, cutting off the scoring opportunities by the Falcons. They got back in the end zone and played the ball well. He had to throw 3 passes away.
This will be a 33-yard attempt for Mazzetti with James holding. Clock shows 53 seconds left in the first half. And it's good. And it's Atlanta 34 and Detroit 3. So once again, the Atlanta Falcons have put points on the board. The Detroit Lions, as you are aware, came into this ball game undefeated with 4 consecutive victories. As a matter of fact, had not been defeated since their first preseason game.
And they're like 7-0, and also the leading offensive team in the National Football Conference.
At halftime, now stay with us and you'll be brought up to date on scores, highlights of other games all around the National Football League. Mazzetti coming out to kick off for the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, what a turnaround year he has had, huh? Come back and kicked, and boy, kickers, they go through that confidence thing. Where they walk on the field, they feel they're going to make it, and he does.
You can see some very interesting emotions sometimes by watching that kicker along the sideline as the team is driving down to field goal range.
Please score, please score. I don't want to go out there.
His emotions show sometimes.
Boy, they're in it all alone. No one to help them.
Gallicut and Arnold are still deep. Mazzetti will kick it off. Arnold at the 12-yard line to the 15 to the 20, 25, 27. Less than 10 at the 27. Seconds remaining to be played in the first half, and again the Detroit Lions have the ball, but again they have it in their own territory.
Gotta go regroup. Time to regroup.
Anderson completes it. Taken out there by Rick Kane.
Very content to let him complete that one.
2nd and 3. Danielson. Incompletes that one.
Oh.
Starts the clock with 16 seconds.
Had 2 receivers that time.
Started back at the 33-yard line.
They've had a tough first half offensively. A couple mistakes and you get behind, and then that defensive team can just loosen up. Makes it a little easier playing on that side of the ball.
Danielson. Complete up near midfield. Taken by Jesse Thompson.
9 seconds left.
First down at the 50.
Well, Arizona making any mistakes defensively now. Give him the short one. No pass interference call on you. Of course, they have their timeouts. They get a good completion, they could reach field goal range.
Eddie Scott in the wide right. Scott at the 30, at the 25, at the 20.
Time ran out on him.
It did. It did. The time ran out as the ball got to the 15-yard line. So time expired.
Wait a second.
However, we may have a penalty on this play.
Timeout with 1 second to go.
Wait a minute. He's saying maybe 1 second still on the
1
clock.
second.
He is going to give them 1 second.
That's all you need, because all you got to do is
Second to
snap
go
it.
on the clock.
That's for sure. What a big break. Hey, they deserve a break today, huh?
It's a 15. Clock says it's over, but the officials say 1 second, and they say timeout Detroit Lions. So hang on, hold it. It's not halftime yet. It was almost.
He had signaled to begin with that it was over with. And then he checked, I guess he checked another clock and said, wait a second, there is 1 second left.
officials came out before the ball game, as they usually do, to check the field and look around, and they were checking, as you must, in stadiums around the country, to see where the time of day clock is and where the game clock is, because you might accidentally call the game by the time of day clock, which can be easily done.
Well, this is going to be a field goal opportunity.
Well, when you're trailing 34-3,
anything helps, huh? Every little bit helps.
got Ed Murray out there.
Stan White's asking for an explanation.
Stan's been asking for a lot of that all day. Be a 33-yard attempt. Beg your pardon, 32-yard attempt. And it's good. Now time has run out as they get the field goal on the final play of the half. That's the end of the first half with the score. Atlanta 34, Detroit 6.
Up to date with everything going on. Ready to start the second half, and Philadelphia dominating Washington. Wilbur Montgomery has played. He has also scored a touchdown. New England on a blocked field goal leads the Jets 14-6. Jets miss an extra point after Todd goes to Clark Gaines for a 15-yard score. Gaines out with an injury. And there it is, 34-6. Hard to believe. Detroit's unbeaten streak about to come to an end in the Southland. Meanwhile, Miami now leading Baltimore 17-10 as Greasy goes to Duriel Harris, a 4-yard touchdown. Jones has thrown a scoring strike to Carr 25 yards. St. Louis all over the lowly New Orleans Saints. Wayne Morris has scored 3 times. Manning out, strained muscle in his throwing arm in that game. Cleveland has just tied Denver at the half. Steinfort, 3 field goals in the first half, and Sipe went 40 yards to Reggie Rucker for the Browns. And Pittsburgh leading Minnesota 16-3. Bradshaw 25 yards to Calvin Sweeney. Franco Harris on a 4-yard touchdown. And McCullum has scored both Seahawk touchdowns in this game. That gives him a total of 7 for the year. Meanwhile, the Green Bay Packers, they go from Dickey to Lofton, 15 yards out, get the extra point and lead the 2 Bengal field goals 7-6. You know, folks, this is old folks' day. And Philadelphia, the Eagles, they were very concerned about Wilbur Montgomery. He started the game, went out with an injury, came back with the skin, struck first. Here's Theismann to Thompson.
Here's one guy they were concerned about as well, too. Theismann throws a rocket, long pass very well, and they score early in the game. Looked like the Eagles were going to be in trouble.
How about the unheralded Leroy Harris? What does he do for the Eagles, Irv?
Well, he's a great blocking back, but people don't realize how good a receiver he is. Here he picks up a little pass up in the flat and goes all the way for the Eagles, getting them back in the ball game and tying the score.
Here is a young man who turned the game around. Rookie by the name of Young with an interception, and oh, how you are delighted by this turnaround.
Roy L. Young, the #1 draft choice by the Eagles this year, playing on the left corner. I like him. I know him pretty well and worked a little bit with him in training camp. It's great quickness and speed. Picks this one off and sets up a scoring opportunity for his ball club.
So Irv's pupil turned it around. Watch Wilbert Montgomery back from the locker room, scampered in for the corner. The other great weapon on this team, Harold Carmichael. Has he caught a pass? You bet he has.
Oh, boy.
And it was for a score, Irv.
Jaworski, 7 out of 10 in the first half, 146 yards and 2 touchdowns.
And Detroit, Atlanta. It is hard to believe. And, of course, if you missed it, well, Atlanta jumped up first on a blocked punt. And here they come again.
Keep in mind, Brent, 1/3 of your players in pro football are on special teams. You have to do well in this department. Of course, they block a punt and score for Atlanta.
Now, Gary Danielson has fumbled twice, and unfortunately, both have been recovered for touchdowns. Here is a fine young rookie linebacker, Buddy Curry. With the ball sitting there, Buddy just gobbles it up and dashes into the end zone. Irv, watch this touchdown pass. Steve Bartkowski to Alfred Jenkins. It is beautiful.
Lots of smiles in Atlanta. Bartkowski, the first half, 7 out of 14, 131 yards, and a touchdown right there.
Now, here is the second fumble. Danielson back, loose ball, and this one will be Joe Williams who goes in for the score.
You know, the Atlanta Falcons recover quickly on plays like this because they blitz so much. A linebacker picks it up, goes in for another score.
All right, how about St. Louis and New Orleans? If we got time to take a look at that, let's show you how Wayne Morris has dominated. The Cardinals still like to hit you with that full house backfield, and here it is. Number 24 in behind those 2 blockers. I guess they like to go away from O.J. down there, and you can't beat a good punt return. This one earned by Mark Bell.
The Cardinals have outstanding personnel offensively, and here their special teams do a good job returning his punt return, setting up a scoring opportunity for their offense.
I guess the great strength down here is everybody expects O.J. to come every trip, and so Morris kind of gets that camouflage when O.J. leads him in. And watch this touchdown pass, Hart to Tilley, and the third time, here comes Morris again, Irv.
Great highlight package for the Cardinals, Ben, but I have to ask myself, what in the world has happened to the New Orleans Saints?
Isn't it awful, the start they're off to? Now let's send you back to Lindsey Nelson.
the score is 34-6 at halftime, as the special teams and the defense of the Atlanta Falcons have dominated play on this beautiful football afternoon here in Atlanta. The Detroit Lions came in undefeated, untied. They have not allowed a point against them in the second half this season. Both teams coming back onto the field here for the resumption of hostilities in Atlanta. We know what the overall story is. It's Atlanta 34 and Detroit 6. But we're going to look at some of the statistical breakdowns here for a few comments from Sonny Jurgensen.
The thing that stands out in my mind right here, look at the yards rushing. 51 for the Lions. They're averaging 250 plus a game. And they've only got 51 rushing here in the first half. But neither team has had the ball a lot offensively because the special teams and the defense have been doing the big job scoring. The other thing that strikes me in this first half, going into this game, Lindsey, the Lions have given up a total of 41 points in 4 football games. They've given up 34 here in the first half.
As a matter of fact, they have not been scored on in the second half at all, and in the second half this year, the Lions have not given up a point, and they have scored 67 themselves.
That's right. Look at the time of possession there, 17 minutes for the Lions, which really doesn't mean anything. It was the big plays that killed the Lions in the first half. We're going to have to see what kind of poise they have here in the second half. Come back out and play the entire football game.
Danielson loosening up now. Along the sideline, the quarterback for the Detroit Lions.
Danielson was 10 out of 19 in the first half for 99 yards, and Bartkowski 7 out of 14, 131 yards, no interceptions. But the 2 big fumbles by Danielson were the thing that hurt him the most.
There is Mazzetti coming out to tee it up along the 35-yard line. And the Detroit Lions deploy with Calicut, coming back with Arnold deep. Yeah. Mazzetti loosens up the leg. The referee's whistle. Mazzetti puts it up. Arnold takes it at the 4-yard line to the 5 to the 10 to the 15 to the 20, 25, 30, 35, and Arnold goes out of bounds. But there's a penalty marker down on the run back. A penalty marker down. Mazzetti was over there on the stop, but there's a marker to be checked out. Holding on the run back.
It's starting the second half like it started in the first.
They will drum Mazzetti right out of the kicker score for making tackles.
That's right. Looked like he could hurt himself a little bit too. Kickers aren't supposed to do that. Quarterbacks and kickers, no tackling contract.
Holding number 63, return team, first down.
Take a look, see if we watch Mazzetti, see, pick up his injury here. He goes over. Oh, he slipped a little bit. That's what he did. He slipped trying to go in to make the hit. He took the blow instead of Arnold.
Penalty on the run back makes it 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. Bessie and Selms. This is Selms with the ball. Again, the defense of the Atlanta Falcons brings him down quickly.
There it is. Billy Sims, 11 rushes, 19 yards. What an afternoon.
There's a Detroit man still down. So we're held up for the moment for the injury.
Those red shirts have really done an outstanding job. Those linebackers, there was some concern about going into this game, especially against an offense like the Lions, how well they would play.
So now, play is suspended because of the injury timeout here early in the 3rd quarter.
2 touchdown passes as Green Bay leads Cincinnati 14-6.
2nd and 12 now for Detroit. They have the ball at their own 25-yard line. Atlanta is leading 34-6. We're early in the 3rd quarter. Danielson, the quarterback. Swings it out in the right to Sims. And he got it back just across the line of scrimmage. Buddy Curry, linebacker, made the tackle. Sonny, tell me again about the 1 second remaining on the clock at the end of the first half.
At the end of the first half, the official, Gary Danielson, had asked for a timeout after the play. The official had ruled that the play was over. There was 1 second left on the clock, but then the clock tipped on off to 0, and that's why he ran it back and gave them the field goal try that ended up with their 3 points.
Danielson throwing, and it is complete up near the 35. Taken there by Jesse Thompson. They'll be short of first down yardage. And so the punting unit comes on for the Detroit Lions. And the signal that we saw the referee give was not end of first half, but timeout.
That's right. Danielson asked just as soon as he threw it. All quarterbacks would do that. He called it and called for the timeout, but the official had to make sure the play was over.
Sledani will be punting to Reggie Smith. At the 32 to the 35. Ball gets loose, but is picked up. Pridemore picked it up. Retained possession, but ball is way back there around the 23.
And I think Smith is hurt, Lindsay.
Somebody is, and it looks to be Smith. The officials once more in conference. Reggie Smith is getting attention up near the 36-yard line. He is still down, and the trainers are out there to see about him. Time is out. Off the field under his own power. Got an ovation when he did. The red shirts keep the ball 1st and 10 at their own 25. Tight end across. Kane. 1st and 10 as Kane carried to the 39-yard line, stopped by Jimmy Allen.
Take a look. Basic play from the I formation. Follow the fullback's block. Andrews, he really didn't have anybody to block then. He got all the way through the hole clean. Kane makes a good run, picks up a 1st down.
Falcons are leading 34-6. Straight ahead.
And Teddy filled the hole quickly then. If they don't stop the run, they may see a lot of rushing plays here in the second half.
At the 40-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Here comes Alfred Jackson in there. Jenkins is coming off. Kane and Andrews in the I formation. Markowski, screen left to Andrews. 40, 45, 50. Out of bounds. Inside the 45-yard line. Hunter bounced him out.
You see how much difference the play fake makes when you have the big lead that they have when you run the same play. The Lions have been running the same play. This time, it works for the Falcons. It's a little easy when you're up 34-6.
1st and 10. Ball is at the 43-yard line. Jenkins right, Jackson left. Kane. Got a yard.
Just looking at Just looking at Steve Bartkowski, it's great to see him healthy and moving in the pocket. When he came in the first 3 years, I think he missed half the games, something like 21 out of 42 games he missed. Last 3 years, he's been healthy and he's improved it steadily.
Started today as the second-ranked quarterback in the conference. Behind only Danny White of the Dallas Cowboys. Second down and 9 at the 42-yard line. And it's intercepted and returned. Walt Williams on the interception for the Detroit Lions.
He made a bad throw. The ball went upfield on him. Don't know if it was wind or what, but the first interception, his second of the year, but he went a lot of passes without one. You see the ball, how it's back upfield, away from Francis. Williams picks it off.
It'll be 1st and 10, and the ball is at the 46-yard line when play is resumed. Steve Bartkowski has finally been intercepted. He came in with 103 without an interception, passed 113 to tie the club record, went on to 118 to set a club record, and now it's been intercepted. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line, Lions in Falcon territory. Dexter Bussey carrying. Got it to the 38-yard line.
Bussey's found a little more running room than Sims has.
Sims has carried 12 times for 17 yards.
His lowest output of the year has been 95, hasn't it?
Only one minus 100. Injury here. Baldischweiler, Carl Baldischweiler there. Getting attention from the trainer.
He will come in for him. They let Vern Holland go today.
Second down and 2 yards to go at the 38 now.
They get around him in a hurry, didn't he? Mike Whitey just come in at left tackle in place of Baldischweiler.
Third down, about a yard and a half.
Boy, that was a big play for the defense to make against them. Now they need to take advantage of it, make something happen offensively. Pittsburgh moving on Minnesota now.
Bussey in the left set, Sims in the right. Bussey got the first down. Moved it to the 35-yard line. Tom Pridemore made the stop. Those are Danielson's stats there. He has quarterbacked the Detroit Lions all day.
I'd like to have some points out of their stats.
Jesse Thompson goes to a wide left. Fred Scott comes to a wide right.
He's open.
Going long, and it's Sims, and he's in the end zone, incomplete. Sims up slowly.
I'm going to tell you something. A linebacker gets back here and covers this play. The ball hangs a little bit on Danielson. He has him wide open. He makes up a lot of ground to get there. Who is it? Looks like Buddy Curry. He had him open for about 3 or 4 seconds there. What a play by a linebacker to be that deep.
Second down, 10 yards to go at the 35. Danielson. Thompson. Incomplete. Penalty marker thrown. Leonard Thompson. Kenny Johnson, the defender there.
Boy, he threw that ball well. Ran a corner pattern. He hits him with it. Take a look. Looking at it from the end zone. Danielson goes back. He really gets a lot behind this ball. I'm sure he was thinking about the last throw that he hung. Thompson goes up. Good concentration coming down. The ball comes out, but they're going to have a pass interference call.
First the defense. First down and goal to go. Inside the 5-yard line. Leonard Thompson.
And Baldischweiler's coming back in the game. Whited going out. Also Leonard Thompson back in.
First and goal.
Ooh, look at that score.
Kane in motion. Leonard Thompson, and it is intercepted, I think. And it is a touchback. It'll be put in play first and 10 at the 20-yard line. Tom Pridemore got the ball, and interception before it hit the ground after being deflected. And so no points on the play. Touchback, first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
We've seen a little bit of everything. He has him open, throws the ball. Take a look.
Leonard Thompson.
He gets hit to begin with by Pridemore. The ball comes down, has not hit. Now it was Johnson that made the initial hit, and then Pridemore comes in and makes the interception. We've seen a little bit of everything.
First and 10 at the 20. You should have seen this before we put it together on film. Bartkowski up there.
Somebody did a heck of an edited job.
Gain to the outside. Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Hunter ran him out.
Boy, that's really got to deflate the Detroit Lions offense to go down, make a drive like that, get a break on a pass interference call, and come away with nothing.
First and goal at the 4.5-yard line. Score is still Atlanta 34, Detroit 6. We're in the third quarter. It is second down and 2 yards to go, and the ball's at the 28-yard line. And Jenkins a double left. Andrews the wing right. Kane the lone setback. Kane looking for the first down. I think he got it.
There again, looked like he was going to be stopped, but he got through and picked up enough for the first down.
Stan White made the tackle. It's at the 31-yard line.
You tune in this game and think the score 34-6. They're really romping on the defense, but they've only given up one touchdown. The long pass to Jenkins.
And it was beautifully executed. Kane has carried 11 times for 46 yards for the Atlanta Falcons. Just tight end across. Andrews out to the 35. And a 4 will make it second down and 6 yards to go. Ray Oldham made the tackle.
Boy, they're content to pound away. Let the clock run. Keep that clock moving.
It is moving at 7:55 remaining in the third quarter right now. Francis going to the right side, Jenkins to the left. Andrews ahead of Kane in the I formation. Miller backs off to the tight end left. Tight end across. Tight end, Miller. Had to make a second grab to hang on to it. It is a completion. It'll be marked at the 40-yard line. Oldham there.
Does he get 2 receptions on that?
Gets 2.
They say he's still learning. He's going to be outstanding. Detroit thought that he's going to be one of the best tight ends they've faced all year. Junior Miller.
Atlanta Falcons feel that he added another new item to their offense, really.
He's freed up their outside receivers, as Steve Bartkowski said before the game. No longer do they get the double coverage. When they have a little speed inside, he runs a 4.640.
3rd and 1. Bartkowski diving for the sticks to try to get the 1 they needed for the first down.
Got a little greedy, going for the big one. Got a little greedy then.
Comes off as the punting unit comes on. Came up about a yard short. John James in to do the booting. And Arnold is dropped back there.
Yeah.
John Arnold.
Well, John Arnold's fielded a lot of kick balls today, hasn't he? Mostly kickoffs.
Yes. James gets it out near the sideline. It'll roll to the 10. Be no runbacks at the 5-yard line. First and 10 at the 5. Well, when things go bad, they go bad all over. The Lions get the ball, but they get it on their own 5 on a 55-yard punt. The ball, but not especially where they want it. They have it at their own 5-yard line.
Every time they get it, it's in the hole.
I knew a coach once named Red Sanders who said, I don't want the ball just anywhere.
Baltimore's tied up Miami now. Jones has thrown 2 touchdown passes, as has Bob Greasy.
Stack up there.
Just one of those days.
Isn't it, though? Danielson dived in there. Bussey on the exchange, and it is at the 4.5-yard line, or maybe the 4.
Boy, they've had one of those today. They resulted in a touchdown for the Falcons.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Sims and Bussey. Out just across the 5. Sims carry.
Looks like he's getting a little disgusted now, and you can't blame him because he attracts so many red shirts around him.
Well, he's attracted crowds all day.
Bertie Stanford's having some day. Kicked 3 field goals. Denver leading Cleveland 16-13.
Third down and about 9-8. Anderson, and it is a safety. 2 points. A safety in the end zone. A 2-pointer. And it is Joel Williams on the safety as he put down the quarterback. The Falcons have scored in yet another way. And now there'll be a free kick coming up.
The defense did it again. Did you see the blitz coming right here? Trapping Danielson. No chance at all. It's now 36-6.
Free kick coming up now, and Skladany's going to punt it for the Detroit Lions. Reggie Smith is deep. That safety comprised the first point scored against Detroit in the second half this year. Skladany puts it up. Long, high, spiraling kick. Reggie Smith waits at the 28, at the 30, at the 35, at the 40. And that's the end of the line. First and 10 at the 40.
Boy, does he take a beating when they get a hold of him, doesn't he?
The Lions have outscored their opponents in the second half so far this year now, 67-2.
They used to call them the Grits Blitz. They quit doing that because they got burned by it for a long time, especially last year. They blitz a couple of times a day, and it's paid off for them.
Bartkowski brings the Falcons up. They lead it 36-6. Andrews. They marked at the 39-yard line. William Gay on the tackle.
12-year veteran Jeff Van Oat really getting into it with William Gay there. But Gay was going to step on his fingers or something.
Second and 9.
It's been kind of an easy day for Bartkowski, hasn't it? I mean, he's thrown the ball well. When he's been in, if he ever gets in trouble, all he does is send in the defense.
Francis in motion across. Humps it over the middle to tight end Miller, Junior Miller. It's near the 48-yard line. Ken Fantetti on the tackle. Miller, a rookie from Nebraska.
Philadelphia Eagles leading the Washington Redskins 24-7 now. Tony Franklin has added a 39-yard field goal.
Third and 3 at the 48-yard line. Bartkowski Leaves it to Andrews. Penalty marker down. He is at the 45-yard line. There's a marker to be checked out.
Ooh, wonder what it is, huh? Oh,
Yes.
could have been a leg whip by an offensive lineman. That's what the linemen used to do a lot when they get defeated on the pass rush. They kind of swing that leg out there and do a little leg whip. They've outlawed it. It's going to be a biggie.
Back to the 38-yard line.
Trippy, number 68, offense, still third down.
I think they caught R.C. Thielman again.
Total attendance, 57,652, a sellout here at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. Third down and 13 yards to go at the 38-yard line. Jenkins incomplete. Alfred Jenkins. 4th and 13 will bring on the punter.
He had him beaten, but he had to throw the ball. Bartkowski had to deliver the ball before the pattern developed.
That's Arnold dropping back to receive the punt. John James is in to do the kicking. We're in the third quarter with 3 minutes, 6 seconds remaining to be played in this period. Atlanta is leading by a score of 36-6.
James's last punt was good for 55 yards, averaging 40 today.
Arnold at the 20. Arnold at the 19.
What coverage.
Mike Reed down for the tackle. 42-yard punt. Penalty marker. Illegal use of hands indicated against the Detroit Lions.
Well, they get backed in the hole every time they take that thing over. They take a kick on the 20 and they're going to end up back inside of the 10 or right at the 10. That's it.
Illegal use of the hands, number 63, receiving team, first down.
Occurred on the run back, so make it 1st and 10 at the 10.
Is that Philadelphia Washington score?
Morris King is in there now. Anderson. Well, they retained possession at about the 1-yard line.
Oh my, he fumbled the ball again.
Yep.
On the blitz.
Yep. He was near a safety and then near losing the ball.
I've never seen a more offensive-minded defense than the Falcons is showing today. Look at Don Smith. He just overpowered his man, came all the way back in there. Baldwin really having trouble with him. And now they're pinned back on the 1.
2nd and 19 on the 1-yard line. Fans want another safety. King, Horace King, got out to about the 2-yard line.
I tell you, they're huddling under the goalpost out of the end zone. And I'm sure about right now, Danielson would like to climb up in the stands and sit for a while. Minnesota scored against Pittsburgh. Tommy Kramer hit Sammy White for 22 yards.
3rd and 18. Danielson. Complete to Freddie Scott.
Boy, good throw. Good throw under those conditions.
Out to the 20-yard line. They're checking for the first down. A possible first down. They bring out the chain.
You take a look and you see it cutting in. New rule allowing that receiver to cut inside. Beat Lawrence to the inside. Buddy Curry making the tackle.
Now they measure for the possible first down. It's a tad short, and it's fourth down coming up. You are trailing by a score of 36-6. You have the ball just inside your own 20-yard line.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You gotta go. You know, what difference? Or you're going to take these films when you get back home anyway and burn them.
I think you're right. Here they go now for fourth down and inches at the 20-yard line. 58 seconds left in the third quarter with Atlanta leading 36-6.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know either.
I'll tell you what the red shirts think. Oh, first down.
Danielson took it and just kept it and tried to wedge him out, and the referee, Dick Jorgensen, says first down. We're not going to mark it or look or anything. First and 10. I think he's right.
I'm glad he did it that way.
His judgment to forward progress was enough for the first down.
Field goal kicking contest. Cough-Crock has kicked 3 and Stanford's kicked 3 in that Denver-Cleveland game.
Jesse Thompson in the wide right for Danielson. Eddie Scott incomplete. Kenny Johnson covering.
Boy, Gary under a lot of pressure again, having to throw the ball very early. Had to throw it too soon. See Clark sitting in the play here with Leonard Thompson.
Second down. 10 yards to go. The incompletion stopped the clock with 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Race out of the pocket, sidearms it upfield and incomplete. And penalty markers thrown. Kane was the intended receiver and Joel Williams was the defender.
And the ball was actually thrown behind Kane. Didn't have a chance for the reception, but Williams made the contact.
First and 10 on the interference call.
Look at the ball. Goes behind him. I tell you what, Williams not taking any chances.
First and 10 at the 34.
New England rolling over the Jets, 21-9. Jets have the last 2 scores. Matt Cavanaugh now playing for New England.
King and Kane are still the setbacks. And it is complete to David Hill, tight end. Out at the 38, the 38-yard line.
Cardinals rolling over New Orleans, 33-7. They in the fourth period now.
Time has run out in this period here. So that's the end of the third quarter with the score Atlanta 36, Detroit 6. This is Lindsey Nelson with Sonny Jurgensen in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're starting the fourth quarter now with Atlanta leading Detroit by a score of 36-6. The Lions have the ball, 2nd and 5. They have it at their own 39-yard line. Coming into this game, the Atlanta defense had limited 3 of their 4 opponents to less than 100 yards rushing. And it's been a big day here today for the Atlanta defense and special teams. Complete. Leonard Thompson, the receiver. So the first and 10 crossing Atlanta territory. Patmore made the tackle.
Well, they're really high on Tom Patmore. They think he's one of the outstanding free safeties in the league. And today they said they were going to turn him loose, and he's been around that football. The big interception in the end zone. Made a lot of tackles.
Still the setbacks in the I formation. Anderson. puts it up long to Freddie Scott, and it's in the end zone for the touchdown. Freddie Scott took it in the end zone. 43-yard pass.
Just a well-executed play. They catch him in the blitz. This is the thing. It's paid off for the Falcons a couple of times. This time, no. Caught him in the single coverage when they go to blitz. He beats Kenny Johnson for the touchdown. Freddie Scott.
Conversion attempt coming now for Ed Murray. The rookie from Tulane. Scott along the sideline. 36-12 with the conversion coming.
Gary Danielson saying, finally.
Murray's kick is good. So it is now the Atlanta Falcons 36, the Detroit Lions 13. And we have 14 minutes and 16 seconds remaining to be played in this game in Atlanta, Georgia. It's deep to receive the kickoff for the Atlanta Falcons. Here comes Murray's boot. Try the onside kick. Scramble is on. Past the 50-yard line.
Boy, they had a shot at getting it.
They did have a shot, and they got it by, but I think Atlanta retains possession, and they do. 1st and 10. So they not only retain it, they retain it in excellent field position.
Here's the scoring drive. Boy, that 3 minutes, 40 seconds. 43 yards. Good throw by Danielson.
Joel Williams is the man who finally was on that football to retain possession for the Atlanta Falcons, and they spotted at the 49-yard line.
Burt Jones just thrown another touchdown pass. Second one to Roger Carr, taking the lead again in Pittsburgh, leading 23-17. Kramer's come back.
Andrews and Kane in the I formation for Bartkowski. Kane with the football. Kane. And he's across the 45 to the 43-yard line.
Boy, he was stopped, wasn't he? And he came out of the pileup. Watch this. Looks like he's not going to go anyplace. All jammed up inside. No place to go. Has to jump a couple of his own men. Comes out of it. Looks like he's going to stop right there. Keeps driving. 54 yards now.
2nd down and 2 yards to go. They have it at the 43-yard line. Scott, by the way, has had 4 catches, 101 yards for Detroit today. Andrews straight ahead to get the 1st down, and he's got it. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Al Baker on the tackle for the Detroit Lions. The Lions came into today's game undefeated. They had won 4. They had lost none. They've been riding high and red hot, but early in the ball game, the Atlanta Falcons special teams and defense took over and dominated.
Well, they did, and then they were the only undefeated team in the conference. And I guess we're going to end up with another one's going to bite the dust also today.
This is Kane. That's back and drives inside the 30-yard line. 1st down. Hunter finally brought him down, but there is a penalty marker to be checked out. Marker is back upfield.
And it's going to go against the Falcons.
Holding.
Holding call. Say another one's going to be bite the dust today, and that's because the other 2 undefeated teams in the National Football League, San Diego and Buffalo, are playing each other.
Holding, number 70, offense, still 1st down.
Dave Scott. It's the ball back at the 45-yard line. Atlanta's had 8 penalties for 108 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 at the 45-yard line.
As the sun has come through these clouds here.
And a beautiful day in Atlanta for a sellout crowd. Motion across. Bartkowski. And it is incomplete. took a lick on that one. Bartkowski.
Wait a minute.
Saying a few words about it.
Don't be hitting me back here that way. Says we haven't done the damage. The defense and the special teams has.
Second down and 15 yards to go at the 45. Andrews left and Kane right for Bartkowski. Alfred Jenkins in the wide right. Francis in the slot right. Now a wing left for Andrews. Bartkowski over the middle. Francis, and he's at the 35, the 30. Wallace Francis at the 25, and he goes out of bounds. First down and 10 yards to go for the Atlanta Falcons. Dan White made the tackle.
Boy, they caught him perfectly this time. Francis coming out of the backfield, really just coming across underneath. A linebacker had to cover him, could not do it. He took a shot at him, and his only hit that he can take, and Francis comes through free and can run with the ball after he catches it.
First and 10, the ball's at the 23-yard line of the Lions. We're in the fourth quarter, and the Falcons are leading by a score of 36-13.
What's tough on those linebackers when you have somebody that can run with a football like that, and they have to cover him.
Jenkins left and Jackson right. Here's Kane. Kane inside the 15, and then Kane is stopped at the 11-yard line. That's another first down.
Well, what a run. You see how these two backs complement each other. Good blocking here. Unusual play. 57, Jeff Van Noot pulls out. The center pulls out. The block doesn't quit running right there. Backs up, picks up another 5 yards. He has 69 yards now.
The Falcons first and 10. The ball is spotted outside the 11-yard line. We have 11 minutes, 40 seconds left to play in the game. Andrews and Kane are still the running back. Wallace Francis to the right side. Alfred Jenkins to the left side. That's Kane in motion, outside left. On the delay, Andrews for the touchdown.
Some good blocking up front, Lindsey. Excellent blocking up front. Steve Bartkowski said before the game, the key is our offensive line. It's gained some experience. Bryant took his man perfectly. Andrews, nobody around.
Conversion attempt coming. James is in the hole. Mazzetti will kick. 42-13 with the conversion attempt now. It's good. And it's 43-13. The Atlanta Falcons leading the Detroit Lions with 11 minutes, 22 seconds left to play in this game in Atlanta, Georgia. Mazzetti ready to kick off. Calicut and Arnold are deep. Arnold at the 4-yard line. Arnold to the 5, to the 10. Arnold to the 15, to the 20. Stop at the 20-yard line. So that is where Detroit starts now.
Cardinals blowing away the Saints 40-7 now. Washington scored another touchdown. Ricky Platt, the free agent from Bethune-Cookman, has come in and run 10 yards for their second touchdown of the game.
Needless to say, the touchdown just scored by the Atlanta Falcons was the first scored in the second half. First touchdown scored in the second half against Detroit this year. Tight end across. Danielson. Going long to Thompson. Leonard Thompson has got it. Leonard Thompson down the sideline. Leonard Thompson got in for the touchdown.
What a throw.
80 yards.
Great throw by Gary Danielson. Again, the same type of pass that Bartkowski threw. He threw the ball way up in the air. The ball hung, but But he had it out in front of him. That's the tough catch over his shoulder. And he puts on the burners to get in. 80 yards and a touchdown. Take a look from the end zone. You see, he doesn't go back very far to lay that thing up. Just threw it up and let him run under it.
So it's 43-19 with a conversion attempt coming, and Ed Murray is in to boot. Little happiness along the sideline now for the Detroit Lions. Murray's kick is good. And the score is the Atlanta Falcons 43 and the Detroit Lions 20. Like says we have 10 minutes 59 seconds left to play in this game. The kickoff. Ed Murray will put it up. Try the onside again. So the scramble is on once again. And it is taken by the Detroit Lions. When you're trailing by a score of 43-20, you just keep trying.
They've really executed both onside kicks. The last one, they just didn't come up with a ball. This time they did. And that's what you like about this team. This is a big lesson for them. They got down in the game. They realized they're going to have to go out and play every week, but they haven't quit in the football game.
By executing the onside kick, they keep the ball at their own 45-yard line, 1st and 10. Fox says we have 10 minutes 58 seconds left to play in this game. Danielson. Going long. Thompson, and he is out of bounds. Leonard Thompson. It'll be spotted at the 22-yard line.
I'll tell you, they haven't quit, have they?
Down here once again.
And 10 minutes and 49 seconds left in this game. Baltimore again scored. This time a Burt Jones run, making it 30-17.
Danielson. And it's complete to his tight end, taken by David Hill.
And they had the safety blitz on. Tom Pridmore came all the way from his safety position. Didn't time it correctly. He got there late. Gave Danielson time to wait for the pattern to develop, and he hit Hill going across the middle.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Kane and King are still the setbacks. Kane outside the 5. 2nd and goal.
That's a final. Cardinals beat the New Orleans Saints 40-7. Wayne Morris scored 3 touchdowns in that game, and Steve Little had 2 field goals.
Curry looking for the defensive signal from the sideline. He has it.
Danielson has gone over 3. He has 318 yards passing now. 19 out of 31.
Sims is back in the ball game. Sims is the tailback here. Danielson. And it is picked for the touchdown. Taken by Scott. Freddie Scott picked it for the touchdown. One more for the Detroit Lions. 43-26 with a conversion attempt coming.
Well, what a good catch that was in traffic, huh? A high throw. Scott, good concentration. That's his 2nd. Good catch. And the Lion offense has outscored the Falcon offense. But that isn't what counts.
Murray in to attempt the conversion here. Joel Williams is limping off. Joel Williams. That is no good. Missed the conversion attempt. Ed Murray did. And so the score remains 43-26. We have 9 minutes, 27 seconds remaining to be played in this game in Atlanta.
Picked up in the field of play. Taken back into the end zone. Did not get out of the end zone. Safety.
2 points. Taken into the end zone by the Super Net. So it is a safety. 2 points. Free kick coming. I don't know really of anything that hasn't happened in this game.
I don't know. I was going to say, you've done many, many football games. Have you ever seen one quite like this one?
Not ever. Supernat couldn't figure whether he wanted to play it or not, and then when it went by him, he was afraid that if he didn't play it, had it gone on in there after he had touched it the first time, would not have been a safety, but he took it into the end zone.
There was indecision on his part whether or not the ball went in on its own impetus or from his, and he realized he had touched the ball. He went back, made the only play he felt was right at the time. And there's a little... they're trying to say, now let's get together here. We've got to keep our poise. We have a big lead in this game. It's not what it was, but...
43-28 for it is. But now's the time for all the alumni plays.
Boy, the special teams coach, is he going to have a reel to look at, huh?
Free kick by the Atlanta Falcons. They get a choice, placement or punt. Callicut's drop back with Arnold deep to receive it.
I tell you,
James has got the ball. He got to punt it.
with another quick score, we might be here for a while. They're going to get the ball back offensively. Let's see what the lines are going to do.
A long time to play. 9 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in this game.
Yes, sir.
James with the punt. Hangs it up there as he always does. Arnold waits. Arnold starts out the 19 at the 20. Gets to the 25 and is stood up at the 25-yard line. Andrews with Anderson is back there. Anthony Anderson. So James, who was the punter, comes off. And the Lions start first and 10. They start at their own 25-yard line.
Danielson's 20 for 32, 324 yards, 3 touchdowns. In the second half, he's 10 out of 13 for 225 yards.
Sims has just gone off the field. Danielson still got the ball.
Missed the handoff.
Did miss the handoff and had it and didn't want it.
I guess they have some confusion because it's been such a long time since they've run a running play.
Picked up 2 yards to make it 2nd and 8 at the 27. Atlanta fans are chanting defense now. They're leading 43-28.
They've had some fourth quarter lapses already this year, twice.
This is King. Danielson there. It's out to the 30-yard line.
And not that close. They don't have that much time on the clock to go back to the running game.
Wouldn't think so. Third down play coming, 5 yards to go. Danielson is dropped. Back at the 20-yard line. Will make it 4th and 15. And brings the punting unit on for the Detroit Lions. Jeff Yates got there first.
He took a long time to get rid of this ball, trying to make a big play. You see again the blitz coming. Williams coming in, getting there. Williams. A lot of red shirts, 4 of them exactly around the ball.
Bauermuena is one of them. Reggie Smith back deep. Tom Skladany back to do the punting, standing at his own 5-yard line. Smith had called for the fair catch as he started to retreat. It's at the 35, 1st and 10. The fair catch signal went up quickly, and then he retreated. Tonight on CBS starts with a new edition of 60 Minutes. Then Linda Kelsey stars in A Perfect Match, then Alice and the Jeffersons, and it's all tonight on CBS.
Well, this is the first time the offensive unit for the Atlanta Falcons has been on the field in a long time. And they're going to face a fresh defensive team, too. They've been sitting down resting for a while.
Have it at their own 35-yard line. Kane carried. Popped at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, Gary Cobb really made a hit that time.
2nd and 10. Clock is running with 6 minutes 50 seconds left to play in the game.
You see number 63 Cobb's in for Charlie Weaver right now.
Atlanta 43, Detroit 28.
It scored 22 fourth-quarter points.
Kane and Andrews are the setbacks. Over and back. Andrews to the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 in Detroit territory. Jimmy Allen bounced him out.
Hey, you don't see any east and west running by Andrews. Everything's north and south. Straight up the field. Just finding outside and plunging away. Pushes off Allen, gets forced out of bounds.
Just outside the 45-yard line.
Freddie Steinfort has kicked his 4th field goal for Denver as they take a 19-16 lead over Cleveland.
Alfred Jackson to the right side. Big play, Jackson. Now the draw play. Kane is carrying. On the draw, Kane across the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Boy, this is exactly the kind of drive they wanted to have. Keep the clock running. Eat it up on the ground.
Cobb made the tackle again. 2nd down, 3.5, 4. There you see the time remaining on the clock. Falcons came into this game with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. Jenkins right, Francis left. Wide receivers. Kane nowhere.
A little misdirection play then. A little bad timing on the exchange between Bartkowski and Kane.
3rd down play coming. Still 3.5, 4. Bartkowski takes a look over to the sideline. And now he calls a timeout.
So they didn't send him a play. He wanted to come over and confer with his coaches.
They don't send you one, you go for it. And he says, what can I tell you? A timeout. I don't think that timeout really will necessarily kill him. To the huddle. 3rd down coming. The ball is inside the 39-yard line.
With New England leading the Jets 21-9, Matt Cavanaugh runs out of the end zone. The quarterback for New England runs out of the end zone for a safety to give the Jets a safety. They now lead 21-11.
Right here it's Atlanta 43, Detroit 28. Kane's the tailback in the eye. Kane has the ball. Kane has the 1st down. And Teddy made the tackle. It is 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Then Kane, who played his college football at the University of Southern California.
He missed last year with an injury, and he stayed around here all last season. He moved near Atlanta so he could work out, rehabilitate himself, till he paid dividends for him.
To the right side, Francis left. Wide receivers. Kane to the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Atlanta Falcons.
When Detroit needed a play, they needed to make a play defensively in this drive to stop the run. That offensive line, the Atlanta Falcons really doing a job for them. Mike Ken, Dave Scott, Jeff Van Note, Thielman, and Warren Bryant.
1st down play coming. Ball is spotted at the 21-yard line. Jackson left, Jenkins right, wide receivers. Andrews and Kane are the setbacks. Andrews got a yard to the 20. It'll be 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Ken Fantetti on the tackle.
Boy, they've really eaten the clock up on this drive. They even stopped the clock once themselves with a timeout call. A little over 3 minutes in the clock running. And that is the final. New England 21, the New York Jets 11.
Jackson to the left side. Francis right. Francis in motion across. Leave it on the ground. Kane is carried. Gets it to the 15-yard line. Al Baker in to make the tackle.
Imagine we'll let the clock run down to the 2-minute warning now. They have 24 seconds. They do not have to come out of the huddle. I'm sure they'll use all the time.
You see the time remaining inside upper right as the clock ticks away. And when it gets down to 2 minutes, that is an automatic timeout. And they're doing precisely what Sonny suggested that they would do. They're going to let it tick right on out. 2 minutes, the automatic timeout. So the Atlanta Falcons are leading the Detroit Lions 43-28 at the 2-minute warning here in Atlanta, Georgia. Sonny Jurgensen in Atlanta, Georgia, where the Falcons are leading Detroit by a score of 43-28, and the Falcons have the ball. They have it 3rd down, 4 yards to go at the Detroit 15-yard line. We have 2 minutes to play.
And 71 points have been scored so far.
In a variety of ways.
The most unusual variety, I'll say that.
We've had everything but a forfeit. Motion across. Then Kane. Well, come this way. You can't go that way. This way, you might find more room and go inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line, but there's a marker thrown by the referee.
And Steve Bartkowski threw a great block then. I'll tell you, when a quarterback throws a block, I have to talk about it.
And sometimes send it to the Smithsonian.
Threw a block. The Philadelphia Eagles move to 4-1. They defeat the Washington Redskins 24-14.
Referee is getting straightened out on the point from which he will mark off this penalty. Puts it back to the 26-yard line.
Personal foul, clipping, number 85, offense, still 3rd down.
Now the final, Lindsay. Pittsburgh defeating Minnesota 23-17. Both quarterbacks, Bradshaw and Kramer for Minnesota, passed for a touchdown and ran for one.
It is still 3rd down. Ball is back on the 26-yard line. It's 3rd and 15.
There's another final. Baltimore defeating Miami 30-17. Jones 3 touchdowns.
Andrews stacked up. It's at the 29-yard line. Lost 3. 4th and 18, and another timeout has been called by the Detroit Lions. The executive producer is Charles H. Milton III.
In the game, and also with 32 seconds left. They've lost 2 games in less than a minute to play in the game.
4th and 18 at the 29. So on 4th down, Bartkowski is back, and he guns it, and it is intercepted by the Detroit Lions at the 13-yard line. Ray Oldham gets the interception. Another one for Oldham. And so the Lions get the ball, but they get it with not much time to play, and they get it deep in their own territory.
Well, he just forced that right into coverage. No reason to throw the ball. He had Miller wide open, and he's disgusted with himself. His second interception of the day.
After he had run up 118 without an interception. At the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. To 28 is the score. Atlanta lead. Danielson over the middle, and it is complete. Taken there by Horace King.
And met by a host of linebackers, including Robert Pennywell and Buddy Curry.
2nd down, 3 yards to go, and they're up, ready to go. Incomplete. David Hill, the tight end, number 81, the man for whom it was intended. Pennywell there.
Down to almost a minute. Clock stopped with the incompletion.
3rd and 2 on the 22.
Look at that. The quarterbacks, when you have the big days throwing, you always end up losing because you're just having to put the thing up.
In case you've joined us along the way, let us tell you that Atlanta took over early. They'd scored on a block kick a couple of times. They picked up loose balls, fumbles, and scored. They had a long pass play. Took an early lead early in the ball game. Completed pass play to Rick Kane, number 32. That will make it a 1st and 10. And timeout now charged to the Detroit Lions.
And that's a second, Lindsay.
Ball is spotted at the 30-yard line. 56 seconds left to play in this game.
I think his team, being as young as it is, the Falcons are only going to improve throughout the year. They have something like 20 players with 2 years or less experience and 26 players on the team with 3 years or less experience. So you can see that they're going to get better as the year goes on.
The top teams in the National Football League.
They have something like only 3 players that have actually played for other teams. You know, Dallas went by that a long time. Build through the draft, have your own players, developing within the system, and that's what they are doing.
Get Leonard Thompson over on the left side here. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Clock starts on the snap. Tight end across. Danielson swings it out here. Taken by Horace King.
And guess what came out?
The ball, and it is taken by Tom Pridemore of the Falcons. Pridemore of the Falcons gets the football. So we'll have another consultation here. All sorts of units coming and going. Looks like the subway at 5 p.m.
Hard to tell who should be on the field.
The officials asked for a football, which seems only right. One is tossed out from the sideline, and it's put down at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10.
Looks like the game is going to end the same way it started, and that is
confusion.
In confusion and turning the ball over.
Atlanta's leading 43-28, and they have the ball. And they go into their kill the clock offense here now with Bartkowski down to 1 knee. Clock is running. It's down to 30 seconds.
And they do not have to run it tonight.
Not now, because the referee wisely did not mark the ball ready for play until after the 30 seconds had passed on the clock. So Mr. Dick Jorgensen did a favor to everybody, I think. They don't have to snap it. And they know they don't have to snap it, but they got to stand around and do something for the next 10 seconds.
Well, you shake hands.
Yeah, you shake hands and say, fellas, it was lots of fun.
Yeah.
And
May have been for you.
And the Atlanta Falcons have defeated the Detroit Lions by a final score of 43-28. First defeat of the year for the Detroit Lions. 3-2 now for the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL on CBS will continue.